To me, Maracatu is world music. The origins are African. The rhythm itself originated in Brazil. But I kind of feel as though the way jazz originated here, you know, there were so many elements that were put on top of it and combined with it that it became a very unique form of music, and I think that Maracatu also has this potential.
I started taking drum set lessons with Scott about 2.5, 3 years ago. And he went away from Brazil for a little while, and then when he came back, he was telling me about this rhythm called Maracatu that he found out in Recife. He was starting up a class up in Harlem. I was there from the beginning, from the first class.
Eu cheguei de Recife, tava com nada, só tinha uma alfaia, uma caixa, 2 ganzá, acho que foi 5 agogô. Comecei assim. Recently I had a big problem. I was on a gig and this guy, he comes into the theater. Who plays Maracatu here? Somebody says they play Maracatu. Who plays Maracatu here? And I thought the guy was joking. So I go up to him and go, yo, what's up, man? I'm Scott Kettner. I play Maracatu. I got this project, Maracatu. He goes, what do you know about Maracatu, man? I said, well, you know, I lived in Brazil. I studied with my mestre Jorge Martins and Estrela Brilhante, you know, the traditional group. American, you don't know shit about Brazilian music. I'm from Bahia. I know everything about Brazilian music. And this mestre, man, Maracatu doesn't have mestre. Capoeira has mestre, man. Like anybody who knows Maracatu knows that you have a mestre. You know, like the mestre is the guy who leads the percussion.
Nação estrela, não prometo pra faltar. Bora!
Sou eu a nação estrela, não prometo pra faltar.
E assim chega o mestre e volta no terreiro.
I met this Paraguayan guy, but he had apparently been studying music in Brazil for many years. He drew a map on in my journal of Brazil, and he said like this is Pernambuco. This is where Maracatu comes from, this is where Coco comes from, this is where Baião comes from, this is where Frevo comes from, this is where Forró comes from. And he made a list of all the rhythms that come from this state. And I was like, holy shit, man. I gotta go there. I met Jorge when I was traveling to Recife the first time, and he was bringing me to a bunch of these Maracatu classes he was doing for kids, and I didn't speak any Portuguese. And he was telling me all these things, I'm like,
Scott Kettner.
And I didn't understand anything he was saying, but there was something about the Maracatu that moved me inside, and it inspired me to move to Brazil and live for a year.
Peraí, cuidado. O ônibus.
I lived with Jorge. He opened his house for me in Recife when I was living there. And when I came back, I realized that in New York, when you say Brazilian music, everybody says, oh, samba. But, oh yeah, that guy, Tom Jobim. Yeah, I know Brazilian music. I felt like I wanted to do something here in New York different for the community, the people who had an interest in Brazilian music and rhythm. So I put together this project and I brought Jorge here.
Aqui é onde tudo começa. Eu ainda nem acredito que eu estou aqui, né? Assim, parece um sonho, né? Porque são 10 anos de projeto, de luta, de muitas ascensões e quedas, né? Mas aqui eu estou em casa, né? Aqui é a diversidade cultural, todos os povos estão aqui trocando conhecimento, trocando informações e eu trouxe um pouco disso lá de Recife também para intercambiar aqui com a galera.
It was great working with Scott, and then just to have his teacher come here from Brazil, because he focuses on the full picture of the music, not just the patterns, but the whole feel of it and getting it in your whole body and mixing the words with that. It helps a lot.
He put more art into the dancing part. Before we were more still. Scott, before he came, he tried to introduce us to like going around in circles and dancing a little bit, but it still wasn't there. When Jorge came, I felt more of like a good vibe, you know. We're better as a group, I think.
É só prestar atenção, porque eu vou estar sempre mandando parar, vou estar sempre fazendo os comandos. Quando eu aponto e faço assim, não é para afastar para trás, não, é para continuar tocando.
When he does this, it's not for you to scoot back, it's for you to keep playing. Keep playing.
Aí, tum tum ta 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 da. E tambor aí. After silence. Tan tcandanga 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 tandandan. Pa. Tarará. Ok? Tarará. Dan 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 timbal. Pa 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 pa. Has a we adult have adult. Foi uma sensação muito boa, né? Chegar aqui e encontrar os americanos, todos eles iniciados pelo Scott, né, nesse trabalho do Maracatu. De fato surpreende, né, sempre, porque eles não têm essa cultura do Maracatu. De repente, chegando aqui, vendo que eles estão tão envolvidos com essa cultura, você fica surpreso mesmo, né? Supera a sua expectativa, porque você acha que por eles serem americanos ou estrangeiros, eles não vão ter o feeling que nós temos lá em Recife, né? Que já somos natural, já vivemos esse processo do Maracatu no dia a dia.